Welcome everyone to another Firefox live stream. Firefox 109 is out, and while they are still preparing the release notes as usual when we are early, at least here for users, for developers, tiny little changes. What else is new? And then we get to compile that, because then of course all our CPU architecture ports in the amazing developer-friendly T2 Linux do not all apply anymore, because the only constant is change and details. So what else is new with this amazing browser? Also somehow internet is broken today. Hope we don't have, I'm not in the office and even then the internet is broken here. 7.4% drop frames with 2 Mbit. Yeah. Internet in Europe, what else should I say? Anyway, except hashtag peakbugs. HTML range element, it's probably, yeah, so that is that developer changes. So HTML range element support, supports list attribute, which links via the ID, the data list. Removals, is it CSS? Is it, this is strangely release manifest version 3 extension, AMO, content security policy, version 3 extension. So yeah, not that much to see. Not sure if any other, yeah, as per usual, we are early. I will probably make a dedicated video of all the not so amazing release. Why does it now say drop frame 0? It had 200 frames here. What happened to the live stream? Anyway, the only constant is change regressions. Anyway, let's get, so I downloaded this already. The last times we have at times been lucky that stuff builds, but not so today. So let's quickly, as there are already not that many, the recurring thing is the recurring subscribers would probably want to share, like, and subscribe. Maybe GitHub sponsor, Patreon, and all the good stuff for RISC-V and ARM and so on. And because when we constantly port this stuff, of course it breaks. And let's see, so at least some HID wrapper, we patch that for, as far as I remember, RISC-V and Spark, of all things. And let's see, so if we are lucky, they removed it. If we are, or they also, third party, it said no file to, there is transport. Okay, let's, what I usually do is, I mean, we could, which patch, let's see, to manually apply that. That is hotfix MIPS. Then patch P1 hotfix MIPS, and then let's patch this one. What? File to patch. What? Oh no, it says 1000. Somehow the internet is broken here. Thank you very much. Internet does not want to cooperate the most. Why does this not work as strange stuff? As usually the internet here was, I mean, I think this is fiber. Why does no? Because I'm not at home. This is bullshit. So then let's see how good will be live streaming over LTO EU roaming. Hey, 2 Mbit, 0 frames. Nah, sorry for recurrent broken internet. Wherever you go in freaking Europe, internet is freaking. Oh, also I didn't stop this. So, yeah, dropping a bunch of frames, the recurring theme here. Even when you're not in the office, the internet in Europe disappoints. So, although usually it was great here over this fiber, which isn't mine, but even apparently sometimes fiber fails. But who knows what infrastructure apocalypse and DOSing and latest and greatest state actor cybersecurity shit is happening in Europe today. Cheers. Probably the Russians. So, Firefox, hello, best without typo. hotfix mips, and authenticator build rs. That is authenticator source transport. Okay, let's first. So this is, I mean, at least for quite a while I didn't have to adapt this here. The question is 109. Oops. The question is, is there some Cairo build marginality? Oh, what's going on there again? Alright, we now have updated. Which PowerPC build was it? Now we have updated bin utils there. Okay, we do this in a second. First things first. Firefox x86. Hey, LTE doesn't disappoint. That's why you need business 120 gigabyte EU roaming for working. On the go. So 109, let's... Where is the build? Would this be here? Here? Here. Okay, that is authenticator. Is that still... Okay, let's try that. We could actually check. I remember we patched this for multiple others. Yeah, so that is also RISC-V. Let's also edit that. The question is, I probably should check before I edit all this stuff. I should check if they edit upstream. I see RISC-V 64. I see one MIPS LE. So they have only MIPS LE. Which did we add? And Spark. I also don't see January. So we probably need still most of that. So we have RISC-V. Which one do we patch there? Okay, we IOCTL RISC-V. So RISC-V they have, but not 32-bit. So I guess we can delete this one. And then RISC-V. Here. Okay, so this they have indeed, so they have added one at the end. So the problem is that PowerPC, Spark ARM, this will not, where have I been? Here, target RISC-V, target Onion little. I didn't even check the target Onion. Okay, anyway. So this will not, well, it will apply probably by pure chance, but this one we don't need anymore. So I find this way faster, at least if you're lucky and it works, than applying this differently. So that might still work like that. IOCTL, where is the, I think they moved that. Yeah, to transport stuff. So source. source transport. So what is, so hope I don't make a typo there. I mean, editing that is just, oops, especially if you do that right. This is just perfectionism. Aus and error source transport. Really long passes though. Let's hope I don't miss edits there something. And HID wrapper RS. So here we also can delete that part. 4, how many did I delete? Probably 9. So yeah, plus 3, so yeah, that adds up. So that's that. Might still work like that. And Spark 64, of course I don't have, because we are obviously one of the very few who care about exotic RISC architectures like Spark. So source transport. Oops. So I only added that because that patch level is of course removed, but just for ourselves. I could add the date, then you couldn't afford it anymore, so the date, yeah, whatever. Spark and then HID wrapper. Oh, that is even, oh, this is actually both. Do you even patch both? I mean, not that we probably, yeah, I mean, maybe if you share, like, and subscribe, maybe in 100 years we will try that on a 32-bit Spark station, but first we obviously need to, we built for 32-bit. Actually, we can try this on an Ultra Spark when we default to 32-bit, so that's obviously where we need both too. So that source, not sure if, I see it already. The chances that this will just apply are next to 0, but nonetheless we can try. Did I make any copy and paste copy? Oops, make a copy, made a typo there, right? Okay, let's try that. Fingers crossed. There's always a chance with this. Of course, this manual hand editing patches is risky. I nonetheless prefer it. We still have here, I forgot transport in one of those. Which one is it? I could open the log file, but I could also just check here of amips. And don't forget to share, like, and subscribe if you want to see Firefox on an SG Octane anytime soon. So, and we were close. It was the segmentation faulting source. Yeah, I said it before. I had, but I mean, obviously, as low quality content I produce here, it's no wonder that not more people should, like, subscribe and Patreon and stuff. What happened? No. Oh, wait a second. Yeah, because, I mean, obviously getting the stuff even running is even more work. How you learned all this? Yeah, the hard way. I learned this the hard way before there even was much internet. Patching file, what's going on there, Linux? So we have only one rejected thing, but yeah, I learned this the hard way because I say this the hard way because Nowadays there's so much more knowledge out there. 20 years ago stuff was even more niche, way less developers and stuff, and not as much internet. I started with literally no internet, like 1990 when I was 8 and stuff, and on a 386 and stuff, but 386 SX25, 2 megabyte of memory, and initially no later a 40 megabyte hard drive, and that were certainly much more difficult times than today. And then when I even had internet, my first Intel Pentium 120 megahertz, with then later a V90 modem, and then you still had to pay by the freaking minute, right? And so much too. And that is, I call this the hard way, when you couldn't just Google all day long. And even, heck, in the beginning there probably wasn't even Google and so on. So the hard way without freaking internet searching. Nowadays you can simply Google all the stuff, internet search all the stuff. So I would call this today, I would expect this to be easier, certainly more books written, more internet and so on. Although I give you credit for now Google finds less relevant stuff. My impression is some years ago Google found way more useful stuff. So this fails here. So this is the Spark stuff. Alright, it's probably RISC-V now, so it's probably where this fails. I mean, we could still patch this at the end. Previously we patched it in here. Spark, depending how you want to sort it. Let's maybe leave it here. But if you want to learn this, just share, like, and subscribe. I probably save this as X. What I usually do, I save this as X. Because then, so this was, what was it? It was Spark. Because then I can go in here and delete this partial not applying stuff, because I only rediffed this one thing proper and insert it here. And yeah, so the only other, yeah, I mean, this is if it applies, it's good enough. Oh wait, also package .dw. Let's give it another try. Is this all part of kernel? No, this is Firefox. This is not all of part of kernel. So this is getting Firefox to build for all of freaking architecture. So now another patch. So this is not kernel, this is Firefox, because obviously on top of our kernel we need a freaking web browser. Nah. Probably this one. And that is why all this stuff, all the software development is so expensive, right? Because all day long you need to sync with the world, and other people's only constant is change. Oops. So which one is that now? Oh, this bug also didn't apply there. Yeah. Probably also, because we maybe added Spark at the end or so. Darn. Was it on both the Spark? Oh, I only checked what I did with my cursor there, so I checked if they use tabs, but so I didn't. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's tab length though, but okay, apparently they don't tab. Anyway, not the most important, but so that's it. Then here the only thing is, I mean, very theoretically we could. The problem is if we, I think I leave RISC-V there now. RISC-V is patched in there higher, but it is only more work for me to patch it in the other place, and then it collides with ours. Then it's order dependent. So I only gain more potential for failing patches. Yeah, no, just finished. Just when I saw the control sets, isn't it before? So yeah, that is Firefox. That is just the only constant exchange regressions and adaptions here. Really sad, so that I don't really want to use all my roaming bandwidth here just for the bloody live stream. Hey, it starts building. Amazing. So while I Mastodon, because that is a new Twitter, right? Let me just, where is it? Because I actually wanted I wrote there Pine phone. Why is this notification? Pencil plus Pine Power. What is Pine Power bundle? Because I wanted to order myself a Pine pencil for Christmas, but then it was sold out. Here's bundle. What is Power bundle? This Pine version 2. Pine cell. Oh, this is a. It's not really what I wanted, but where is the freaking 100? Yeah, that is a little bit. Yeah, so much too. Yeah, you can spend more money for a bloody power supply. It's not really what I wanted though. It's like, yeah, thank you very much for that. Is this just... What is this thing though? A power supply or... That is an interesting power supply though. What exactly does that do? It's not a paid advertisement, just the regular. I mean, it's quite high. I mean, is it 71.4? Status display. I wonder, is that OLED or is that some old-fashioned? Oh, it has Qi charging. Yeah, it's not really that is the kind of bundle stuff, right? And then you buy stuff that you didn't really need it. It's also a little bit like stupid excuse 2023 due to shipping weight constraints limited to 1 unit per order, but even the pencil is limited to 1 order. Yeah, so all I wanted was a so yeah, I probably wait again. The stuff is, I've seen this weekend. I should have immediately ordered this weekend that when it was in stock. It's probably another month. It's crazy how fast this bloody... I probably should not have talked this about live on this live stream, because then other people's like, hey, if there's a Pine soldering iron. Anyway, yeah, I guess we could test build RISC-V then if that still builds, because x86. So this test build is only that Firefox actually still freaking builds TM. And the other one would be, by the way, do we build Firefox for PowerPC? Yeah. Also need RISC-V 64. I need to rebuild all of them anyway, so we can also better do that already now. Very dark outside. So yeah, we probably don't need to. So that's basically all new at Firefox. By the way, what is their excuse for? Excuse me, I'm still recovering from this stuff. What is the excuse for? I thought it can't be so heavy. So they don't even specify it here, because that so earlier I could still click there, although it was they don't even give an excuse for. I guess they limit this to 1 unit per order because they want scalpers to resell it somewhere, I guess. So yeah, that will take 2 hours for Google Risk 5 build. I have some other stuff to do, so we rediff this. Recurring CME, a recurring win-win. Interestingly, I should send some stuff upstream, right? There are so many. I mean, I'm lucky they change 100,000 lines of code each release, but all our precious hotfixes mostly still apply. All right, do I have everything? Yeah. So yeah, I don't need to live stream that. It takes another 10 minutes on this epic thread-gripping Ryzen 7950X. As usual, I hope you learned something and enjoyed this. The win-win of fixing stuff here that we need to do anyway. I have some other stuff to live stream. Maybe we continue after this. And as usual, stay awesome, healthy. Don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. Patreon, GitHub, sponsor and stuff. And I hope to see you soon for all the next fun stuff to come.